Hey YouTube, is there oil leaking on the front engine timing cover of the engine on your S2000? It's possible that the seal around the cam chain sprocket gear has hardened and dried out, causing a small leak. Luckily, there's a quick and cheap solution without having to remove the timing chain cover. Please make sure you're comfortable doing this, otherwise bring it in to a mechanic to have this fixed. If done incorrectly, the timing of the engine can end up being off, potentially causing expensive damage to the engine. With that said, let's get started. You'll need an 8mm hex socket, a pick, some engine oil, and a replacement O-ring, which I purchased from the local hardware store. I provided a link to the O-ring below in the description. Also, yes, I know my valve cover needs to be refinished, and it has been like that ever since I've purchased the car. If anyone is interested in seeing a how-to video on how to refinish the valve cover, comment below. The main idea of the process is to back out the bolt enough to expose the O-ring for replacement, but not so much where the gear falls off the bolt. As you will see, I backed out the bolt until I could see the whole O-ring. Next, take a pick or sharp object and carefully remove the old crusty O-ring. The one that came out the car was brittle, hard, split apart, and definitely the cause of the oil leak. Next, grab your new O-ring, make sure they are the same size, and lubricate it with some engine oil before sliding it onto the bolt. If you don't have any extra oil laying around, or you're lazy like me, just take some oil off of the engine oil dipstick to lubricate the O-ring. While tightening the bolt back into place, make sure the O-ring doesn't get pinched and slowly tighten the bolt back into place. If the O-ring gets pinched, it either won't seal properly or could break, causing potentially a worse oil leak.
Maybe you were a full-time employee who decided to freelance and now you need some advice on how to file as a contractor. Maybe you started driving rideshare after your 9-to-5 job. Or maybe you work in one state but live in another and you need help with... But my point is, I know we have so many Russian fans that would love to listen to...
Torque the bolt down to 36 foot-pounds. Start your car and fingers crossed the engine oil leak is now gone. If you enjoyed this video or know someone who may find this video useful, please share it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.